In a village, the owner of the largest shop in the marketplace would smile every morning as he put on his gold rings and looked in the mirror. He was Hassan Merchant. Almost everything in the village owed something to him in one way or another. The grocer's sugar, the carpenter's wood, even the nails the imam had ordered for the mosque renovation were all written in Hassan's ledger. But Hassan's eyes were never satisfied. On the other side of the village, a blacksmith lived in a small workshop. His hands were calloused, his back slightly bent, but his face was always warm and cheerful. With money he had saved for years, he had rented a small shop near the marketplace and had begun selling iron tables, doors, and all kinds of tools he crafted himself. Things were slowly falling into place. Hassan saw this and felt a sting inside. "That corner shop should be mine," he said to himself, "right in the heart of the marketplace. What business does a blacksmith like him have there?" First, he paid a polite visit. "My dear blacksmith, let me give you double what this shop is worth. You could open a bigger place outside the village. What do you say?" The blacksmith laughed. "Mr. Hassan, greatness is not in the place, but in the work. Thank you, but I am not selling my shop." The smile on Hassan's face froze. A few weeks later, the blacksmith's customers began to notice strange things. Ordered doors were being delivered late because the blacksmith's raw material supplier had suddenly tripled his prices. Then the landlord of the shop raised the rent to 4 times the agreed amount. The blacksmith investigated, and every clue led to the same place: Merchant Hassan. He had spoken to the supplier, the landlord, even the municipal clerk. Money had talked, hands had been shaken, doors had been closed. To avoid falling into debt, the blacksmith spent every coin he had saved. One morning, as he unlocked his shop door, he thought about the last few coins in his pocket. What would he tell his wife, his children? Just then, a middle-aged man walked through the door. His beard had touches of gray, his gaze was calm, his clothes simple and unassuming. "Craftsman, could you make me an iron table and a door? I'm in a hurry, though. I need them by tomorrow morning." The blacksmith looked at the man with tired eyes. "By morning? At this hour finding the materials and—" "I will pay, whatever you ask." The blacksmith did not sleep that night. By dawn, the door and table were ready. The table gleamed at every corner like polished steel. The door was crafted down to its handle without a single flaw. Truly the work of a master. The man examined the pieces, looked at them for a long time, then he smiled. "You do this work not for money, but out of love. It shows." The man paid for what he had ordered. He left something extra, but what he truly left behind was a piece of paper. "Visit this address tomorrow." The address belonged to the largest iron factory in the province. The blacksmith went. The factory owner had seen the table and door that the man had brought, and he made an offer. Regular orders, fixed prices, a long-term contract. Within 4 months, the blacksmith closed his small shop and rented a large workshop outside the marketplace. He hired workers. Orders kept coming, one after another. When Hassan heard this, first he couldn't believe it, then he grew furious. But the real blow came later. One of the suppliers who sold goods for the factory had heard about Hassan's old schemes and was troubled by them. He had filed a complaint with the Chamber of Commerce. Then the landlord, overcome with guilt, had come forward and told everything, and the municipal clerk was already full of regret. An investigation was opened. Hassan's ledgers were seized. The tricks hidden inside, the forged documents, the fraudulent dealings were laid out one by one. On the day of the hearing, the marketplace fell silent. Hassan sat there, diminished, his rings absent from his fingers, his shoulders sunken. The judge announced the verdict. A financial penalty, a ban from commercial activity. As he walked out, he came face to face with the blacksmith. He had not expected this, but the expression on the blacksmith's face surprised him. There was no anger, no triumph, only a quiet, weary understanding. "Why did he look at me like that?" he asked someone nearby later. The person shrugged. Because the blacksmith was not happy because he won, he was happy because he had done what was right. You never understood that. That corner shop in the village marketplace finally changed hands. Its new owner was a young carpenter. Hassan's signboard was taken down, and in its place a modest iron sign was hung. It had been made in the blacksmith's workshop. It was a gift.